Hello guys, so we left Nigeria since 2021. So that will make it how many years now? 3 years. And sincerely, since that time till now, I still feel homesick. Like I miss so many things about Nigeria, even though of course there's some other things that I do not miss. But then I miss so many things. I keep thinking about home. So now I now know the true meaning of home sweet home. So I was just thinking recently that for me an adult to be feeling this way, I've never really had a conversation with my kids as to if they miss anything about Nigeria or they prefer this place, the UK, to Nigeria. So today, in today's video, I'm going to be asking my children some questions about Nigeria and the UK, what they prefer, what they prefer and what they don't like, what they miss and what they don't miss. I hope you enjoy it. So T, I want to ask you some questions regarding what you miss about Nigeria or what you don't like about Nigeria. Just general questions. So I want you to give me your sincere answers. So number one, do you miss Nigeria at all?
Yes, I miss Nigeria a lot.
Really? Okay. So what do you miss about Nigeria?
I feel like Nigeria is a lot more fun and there's a lot more things you can do in Nigeria. And I miss, like, you could just go to a trampoline park. There were parks all around, like, that you could go to. There's different restaurants you could go to eat at.
But there are trampoline parks here as well and restaurants here as well. So what's the difference?
The difference is in the UK, the trampoline parks, they have less to do. Like in Nigeria, a trampoline park would be massive and there's so many different things to do. But in the UK, it's just kind of small and there's only trampolines. And with the restaurants, the food here is just not as good as Nigeria and not as tasty.
Nigerian food. So you mean trampoline parks are bigger? Well, there's just one we used to go to, and what's that again? What's it called?
Upbeat.
So you mean Upbeat is literally bigger than the biggest you've been to?
Yeah, it's massive. Upbeat is really big.
Right, okay. How about schools? Do you prefer schools here in the UK or schools in Nigeria? Or, basically what's the difference? What differences have you noticed?
I definitely prefer schools here because schools in Nigeria, the teachers are a lot more strict with you and a lot more mean to you than schools here. Because schools here, they are very nice to you and like they take their time with you. But I'm not saying there are mean teachers here as well, because sometimes some teachers are stricter than others. But in Nigeria, there's way more strict teachers.
They're a lot more mean.
Yeah.
What do you mean strict? Because I don't think strict is bad. So what do you really mean? Mean or strict? Mean teachers. So there are more mean teachers in Nigeria
than here, yes.
Like grouchy and all that, not patient.
Like okay. You'll be scared of teachers in Nigeria, but here, even if they're strict, you're still not scared of them.
Right. Okay. So you mentioned Nigerian food in restaurants. So do you have any Nigerian food in particular that you miss? Snacks, food,
Yes. I miss sausage rolls. I miss meat pies. I miss
We have sausage rolls and meat pies. Okay, anyway, we have to start making it at home. So I get what you mean.
You can't just go to a shop and buy Nigerian sausage or Nigerian
But they have their sausage roll. What's the difference?
The sausage, I don't know, it's like the meat they use here is not that good.
Okay.
So yeah, that's snacks. And then for actual food, I miss when you could just go to a restaurant and have jollof rice or fried rice or fada rice. But here, it's just chips and chicken.
Except when we now, make it our home.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, we've had to, try to be making a lot of Nigerian foods at home. As against, Nigeria that you can just walk into a restaurant or order. Because we don't readily, we have Nigerian restaurants here, but they're a bit pricey. So it's not something you can be buying, you can't be buying, patronizing them like every time. So most of the time we had to start making things, for example, suya, meat pie, sausage roll, cake, because most of the cakes here are eggless. And I feel there's a difference, although the kids I think they've gotten used to it now, especially the red velvet one, but I still feel there's a difference in the taste, the ones without eggs. So we've had to, adjust to start making those things at home, ourselves. Okay. So about snack, yeah, you said sausage roll and all of that. Can you remember when I can't remember what age? It was so funny how old you were, but I remember your uncle coming from the UK to Nigeria. I think you must have been maybe about 4, 5. I'm not sure now. He was preparing to come to Nigeria from the UK, and then on the phone he asked to talk to you and your brother, and then he was asking. I think he spoke with you first. I can't remember now, and he asked you that, Tiara, what do you want me to buy from the UK? Do you remember? And then you said Fanta and Gala. We laughed as he said Fanta and Gala from the UK. So I'm surprised that you didn't mention
I do
Gala and Nigerian. We have Fanta here, but that Nigerian taste.
Yeah, and the Fanta here is more like orange juice, but the Fanta in Nigeria, I don't know, is more orange and it's more like vibrant. The Fanta here is yellow, like orange.
Yeah, so guys, don't get us wrong. We still get Nigerian Fanta here, but we have to. Every time we need to go to the African shop, and it's a bit pricey. It's more expensive than their own Fanta.
Yeah, like 2 times.
So yeah, like 2 times, you can imagine. So once in a while we indulge and we get it, but it's expensive, like we said. So if you had the chance to go back to Nigeria, so if I tell you today that, we're going back to Nigeria, will you like it? How will you feel?
I would not like to go back to Nigeria at this point because I've already gotten used to here. I've made friends, gotten used to the weather, and like just gotten used to the UK in general. So if we went back to Nigeria, I'd have to like start getting used to everything all over again.
Yeah, but before, when we were in Nigeria too, and we were coming here, you had friends in Nigeria. You had gotten, in fact, all your life you had lived in Nigeria. And did you feel somehow to live in Nigeria, or
no? Because there's kind of like a child's dream to go abroad and to live abroad.
Why?
Like somewhere away from home. So you don't realize like you're leaving everything behind. You just realize, oh, I'm going to the UK. Oh, I'm going abroad. But you don't realize that you're going to live basically your life back in Nigeria until you've gotten to the UK. Gotten used to the UK, then you start missing everything from Nigeria.
Okay, so have we talked about what you don't miss about Nigeria?
Okay. What I don't miss about Nigeria, whenever we'd come back from school and my mom would come pick us up in a car, we'd be like almost at least 1 time a week. We'd be sitting in the car for nearly, I won't say 3 hours, just stuck in traffic, standstill traffic, not moving, just so we could get home. And that was kind of annoying because the whole rest of our day is gone, just spent in a car.
And it's not like your school was even too far from the house. It's just, traffic.
It got to the point where we had to start like leaving our iPads in the car so that if there was ever traffic, we would just be playing on our iPads until we got back home.
And then I remember sometimes you'll be pressed in traffic that you need to wee, or you need to, and I always felt for you guys, and sometimes you were hungry, really hungry, but thankfully I don't think we had that. You went through that a lot because you used to eat lunch in school. So so you don't miss that. What else do you remember not missing about it?
I didn't really not miss it when we were there because my parents could take me wherever I wanted to go. But something about here that they don't have in Nigeria is, for example, there's a corner shop near my house. Like if I just wanted to buy a snack or something, I could walk out of my house and go there. But in Nigeria, no parents would ever let their 12-year-old or 10-year-old or whatever go to a shop by themselves and buy something. And even now I walk to school because my school is so close to my house. But in Nigeria, I would never be allowed to walk to school.
Some kids do, even if you remember when we were in Nigeria, when I used to drive you to school, sometimes I used to point out that you should be grateful and appreciative to God, for what your parents are able to provide, for you and your brother, because I literally used to show you some, pupils, sometimes younger than you, that used to walk to school, that used to take Okada, and so there, but then it's not so safe. There are so many stories, sad stories, of kidnapping and all of that. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. All right, thank you. So we'll go to your brother now.
Okay. Bye, guys.
So Nathan, I asked your sister about some questions regarding what you miss and what you don't miss about Nigeria. So I'm gonna be asking you the same question, and just give me your sincere answers, right? Okay. So the first question is: do you miss Nigeria at all?
Some parts of it,
So what parts?
like going to Ikoyi club and just going out frequently. Because in the UK you can't really go out that much.
Going out to where?
Friends' houses, parties,
Right. Okay. But why can't you go out in the UK?
like the weather.
Okay.
And there's just not much to do in the UK.
No, not many parties and not much to do. Okay. So what parts do you not miss about Nigeria?
Slow internet.
Which affect your games, right? One.
Traffic.
Traffic. Your sister said the same thing. Okay. So what other thing?
I don't miss how the electricity would
Power.
would top up sometimes. To turn on the generator. And then we have to keep turning it on and off because it keeps coming back and going off.
So you
But-
don't miss the power, not having power.
No.
You don't miss it. How about schools? What's the difference? What differences or difference do you notice about the UK schools and Nigerian schools?
More trips. There's more trips and there's more like school events
Where?
in Nigeria.
Really? Okay. And here we don't get to go to trips like that here.
Not that much.
Okay. How about the studying aspect or the school classes itself
Teachers were more strict, definitely.
than here? Your sister said the same thing. How about the actual studying subjects, the delivery methods, mode of teaching? Which one do you think you understand better? Which do you think?
I'd say I understand the UK a little bit better.
Really? Okay. But when you people first go here, your schools, they were impressed about all the things you knew already coming from Nigeria. Remember? So don't you think? What do you think led to that, or why do you think that is so?
Because the teachers were stricter in Nigeria, so people weren't really people were always listening and doing their work in class and doing homework and stuff.
So students were more serious,
Yes.
right, than here, because teachers are a bit more lenient. So so they disrupt classes, so you might not listen well. Really? Okay. What about Nigerian food? Do you miss any Nigerian food, or do you prefer the food here? Is there anything you used to get more to eat in Nigeria that you hardly get here now?
I'd say suya.
Suya, okay, yeah. I talked about that too, but at least now we start making it at home once in a while. Okay. Any snack? Or
Gala.
snack? Sorry?
Gala.
Oh, you used to love gala. Which one? Can you remember the name? Because I know it wasn't the actual gala.
It was the yellow one, I can't remember the
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Yellow. Oh, yeah, your sister preferred the actual gala, and then you, yeah, because I talked about how your uncle was coming from the UK to Nigeria and asked Tiara what she wanted him to bring from the UK. And she actually said gala and Fanta to show how much she loved, gala and Fanta. How about, we talked about Nigerian Fanta too. Is it true there's a difference, big difference?
Yes.
Between, okay. So if you had a chance, if I said today that, oh guys, we're going back to Nigeria, we're moving back to Nigeria, how would you feel? Will you like it, or will you
I would rather live here.
Really?
But if it was to go back for holiday, I wouldn't be.
You'll be happy, you like it. But you'd rather live here. Why? Because of those things you said?
Yeah.
Traffic.
Less traffic.
Even though you said it's more boring, it's boring here than in Nigeria, but you still prefer to live here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you. So that's it, guys. Like I said, even me, an adult, I also have some things I don't miss about Nigeria, which is, the things they've talked about, the traffic, the hours and hours on the road, fuel scarcity, power, having to run gen, buying fuel. The stress was just too much. But even with all that, I'm still homesick. And the last time I remember feeling homesick was when I was in secondary school in the boarding house. So you can imagine. I just pray that Nigeria will get better soon, and the glory of Nigeria will be restored in Jesus' name. So that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Bye.